Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brent and today we're going to be doing a Nixia tonight. Just a very quick raid again on Fridays. We are prepping to get ready for Blackwing Lair, which is coming out on the 12th of February, which is next Wednesday. So the servers will go down Tuesday night, come back up Wednesday, and Blackwing Lair will be out. We'll definitely be doing some streaming inside of Blackwing Lair, showing some guild progression. So far, our guild, which has been newly formed from another here on the server, this is a sort of dad mom guild where a lot of us, it's 10 o'clock at night Pacific time, and this is the time that this guild is raiding. So we've really been pushing progression. We've got MC cleared now, 10 out of 10, been doing clears week after week, and now we have access to Blackwing Lair, giving us another raid to get gear from. So it's going to be pretty exciting here in the upcoming weeks and such, and that's going to be fun because then we'll have two raids to kind of knock out in a week. So that will be a lot of fun. Anyways, if this is your first time here on the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you do hit that subscribe button below. If you do enjoy this video, find it helpful, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions, if you're playing World of Warcraft or BFA, let me know in the comment section below. I always like to hear back from everyone. And we'll basically kind of go and cover our gear here in just a second. We'll go ahead and begin. Tank's pulling right now, so we're going to be getting ready. And let's make sure I got the weaker arrows here for the trash. And we'll go ahead and go. Okay, so as far as gear, we'll cover the weapon here. We are using... I got my how going. Okay, making sure. Okay. So as far as gear goes, we are still using Bloodseeker bow. I think all of our hunters in the guild now have the other bow. We have about 2 or 3 main raiding hunters, and the other 2 now have the leaf and they've gotten their bow. So I won't have anybody to roll against me. So hopefully this Saturday, tomorrow, I will be able to get the leaf if it drops, and then I will be having my bow by next week. Staff of the Monkey, with the bow comes the staff. Hopefully, that'll all get replaced at the same time. We are using quite a bit of Giant Stalker from our bracers, our breastplate, our gloves, and our shoulders. So we do have quite a bit of tier 1. We are missing the belt, boots, helmet, and leggings. So last week, the leggings dropped, and one of the other hunters managed to knock it off. So that was awesome. I think they are a little bit further ahead as far as gear, but it's nice. We don't have actually a lot of hunters in our guild. If we look at right now, we have 2 of us showed up tonight. Me and another main one, Tortillas. So there's not very many hunters in our guild. So normally we like to have 4, maybe 5 hunters, but we don't actually have that kind of going for us. So it's really nice for us in comparison to, say, a rogue or even a mage or a warrior to get loot. Because loot drops, there's a few of us in the raid, and it gets passed around pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and cover the rest here. We have the Mask of Unforgiven, the Stormpike Soldier's Pendant, Shroud of Mists. Oh, we have 2 of them here. That'll be exciting. Okay. So Shroud of Mist, this is a drop off Ragnos. I was able to get that on, I think, our first or second rag kill. And the rest of the items are not really too important. We'll go ahead and cover the rings here in just a second. We have the Mason's Ring. This is a quest item you get out of Zul'Farrak, a level 45 dungeon. So this time of the year is actually really busy for me. So I haven't had a lot of time to play World of Warcraft. I'm trying to knock out taxes and such. Tax season. Most people have pretty easy taxes. I run multiple businesses and have my own W-2 income and such, so it's always a little bit more of a tax burden on me trying to get all the paperwork together, making sure the accounting's together. So this part of the year is always really busy for me, but we'll pick up streaming here in the future and then start doing some streams maybe in some other games in the future as well. My 4-year-old started playing Minecraft, which is pretty exciting. That's not a game I've ever played myself, and he was watching some videos on it, got me kind of interested in checking it out. I downloaded the demo. It's available to play for free for 90 minutes, and you can just reset your world. And after about 2 or 3 weeks of that, he really enjoyed the progression of being able to creative. That game's all about being able to express yourself. You build so much of anything. You can build anything you'd like. And as a 4-year-old, your imagination, you're not locked in a box as far as how items are created and made. So he's able to use that to kind of create his own creations, of what he hasn't seen in the world, which is really cool for a 4-year-old. So I did end up buying the full version of that, and I think it's kind of interesting. So I might be doing some streams with him, playing some games online, just making our little makeshift world and such. I think that's kind of fun to have some, you know, wife may not appreciate the son and dad gaming time, but I think it's a lot of fun to just kind of bond that way through gameplay. If he could play World of Warcraft, I think that would be good. He has actually played in the past, but it's a little bit complicated to know what the items do, to always get the best stats, which way to move, and it's really tough as a 4-year-old. You gotta have a lot of fun doing a lot of the actions, but yeah. And then our trinkets here are the Royal Seal and the Black Breath. So those are all the items as far as the gear. Let's go ahead and redo this. Can I get 20 water, please? Let's go ahead and see if Toot here maybe can get, maybe somebody. Oh, mage guy. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. And get some more water. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know. Oh boy. Okay. As far as talents, okay, they're explaining the fight. So let's go quickly over these. 5 out of 5 into concussive shot. 2 out of 5 into efficiency. I still haven't respected into being PvP or PvE oriented. I shall do that here shortly. Lethal shots, 5 out of 5. 3 out of 3 into Hawkeye. 1 into aim shot. 5 into mortal shots. 3 into barrage. 1 into scatter. Very nice CC, and just you cancel out casts. 5 out of 5 into ranged weapon specialization, and 1 out of 1 at the true shot aura. Then we go into survival. This kind of helps a lot with PvP. Nice little PvP and dire maul. So we have 3 out of 3 at the humanoid slaying, 2 out of 5 into deflection. I'll be moving this over into monster slaying as we get into Blackwing Glare. The increased damage to dragonkins can be very nice. 5 out of 5 into entrapment. 2 out of 2 into savage strikes. 2 out of 2 into clever traps. This is nice in PvP to increase the duration of your freezing traps, increase the duration of your frost traps. So if you're in an Alterac Valley game and you have a bunch of people running towards you, you can actually snare them in place, and it also lasts a lot longer. So very fun with combination here with entrapment to kind of snare them in place, and it just makes it last a lot longer. 1 into deterrence. This is a big, it saves me a lot. Even in raids, I might pull aggro where I'll have to face tank something, so I'll switch pop deterrence. It saves me. The tank will be able to pick it off me, or I'll just have more time to kind of feign death. Trap mastery, 1 out of 2 to have mobs less resist me, players less resist me. 3 out of 3 into surefoot to now have my cap full raid of 9%. 9 out of 9, you need like 8.4% to be raid capped, but it's only by 1%, so we go up to 9% to be completely raid capped. And we have 1 out of 2 into improved feign death. This here just allows me to not have any mob resist me in a dungeon. Now bosses with the skull here, any boss, I think it's even level 62, 63s. Whoops, that's right. Okay, anybody within your zone, besides bosses, you will be able to not resist. So there we go. I did load my deadly boss mods. I got that. I also went with details now. So I did download a new add-on called Details. Really shows us out. I'm not too used to it. We'll go ahead and reset all the data. So we're going to start fresh, and this is going to be a fresh details damage. Let's go ahead and lock this in place. I do like that. And interesting that you lock it in place, but it still kind of moves there. and then a range check just to make sure she doesn't breathe on all of us. And that is basically it as far as this all goes. Okay, we have all that. I'll probably be using my pet. I'll be sending him in to attack. Yeah, I do think it's more beneficial in this fight for your pet to actually be attacking versus just sitting at your side and giving you that buff. Because in this fight, Onyxia doesn't specifically target your pets, and there's not a lot of AoE damage besides in front of her, so I think it'll be fun making sure I have all the... And we can go ahead and switch to our ice-threaded arrows now, which will help our DPS. And that is it. We are pretty much set. So we're just kind of waiting right now. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. But we're going to go ahead and say hello to the chat. So if you have any questions out in chat, definitely drop them into the chat system. Let's see here. They're issuing out the mage on the side. So who's going to be killing the whelps? Okay, there we go. And all my auras, all the buffs that I need. Last week I popped a mongoose during Ragnos, and normally I survive the rag encounters. Like every past rag encounter I've survived, and then last week for whatever reason I got blasted into the lava, and I was just about one jump away from being able to jump back up before I died and died to the lava there. We're going to go ahead and get into our little place here. And we're just waiting for the tank here. He's going to allow us. He's going to say, hey, you can go ahead and attack now. And we'll go ahead and send in our pet. And there is a ton of whelps over on the left side. So if you watch right over there, there's a ton of whelps over there. There's an add-on also for threat. I have to figure out how to use the threat portion of... I'm going to go ahead and type details. Oh, got a whelp on my face. It's okay. Not bugging me. It's not bothering me. Oh, let's go ahead and pop this off. Go ahead and weave in our multi-shots into here and our arcane shot. And then we'll go ahead and let it auto shot for a second. And then as it kind of gets down to about 2 seconds, this is where we kind of pop off our aim shot to kind of take advantage of that last tick there of quickening. And then we're already in the second phase. So now we can basically just go and begin lighting this guy up. And to get into position here. Someone's calling for more dots. I think that's funny. Oh no. So right now, there's not a lot of dots on him. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use one. Oh, it's going to be me. I'm going to get fireballed here in just a second. Oh, she didn't fireball. She's over my head. Hit me. So I'm going to go ahead and Serpent Sting. And I'm out of mana right now, but that's fine here. Well, she is moving Fireball and Toot. I'm really having a hard time here getting into Dang it. Getting into position. I'm going to go ahead and scoot this way. Oh, this guy's going to get fireballed. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay. So Nexia is going to be coming back down here shortly. I would like to get 1 or 2 more hits here. Okay, she's transitioning. We're going to go ahead and... Uh-oh. That's fine. Going to go ahead and feign death here. Drink some water. Oh. Yeah, that looks like they didn't back off the threat. So, if we get flamed, this is going to hurt. I'm going to go ahead and get him behind. Uh-oh. Just hope we don't get into the whelps. Okay. We got another feign death. I'm going to go ahead and drink some more. Okay, we can go ahead and unload. I'm going to just take just a second here. And send my wolf in. And there we go. We should have this done here. Half of our raid is still alive, so more than half. That's nice. There during the transition, we had some of our top DPS. You can see that some of the guys in the very top DPS, some of those rogues that have been got up there in the second phase, they kind of got shredded. I know Umbra, she's a very high DPS warlock in our guild, does a ton of DPS, and she always seems to die here just because warlocks don't have a way of dropping their threat besides dying. So I'm going to go ahead and Serpent Sting her just because the amount of dots on her. Hey, look at my pet. He's over there just balling out with himself. He's enjoying life. At 9% life, this guy's just having fun. There we go, 7%. One more roar. Oh, there goes my wolf. That's what got him right there. He lived all the way down to 5%, and that lava from the floor just destroyed him. And let's finish with a multi. And boom. So we did end up finishing in 3rd place with auto shot, with multi-shot in 2nd, aim shot, and then look at my wolf's damage right there. That's why I want my wolf to be attacking in this one. My wolf made 5,000 damage, almost, with the bite that he has. He did basic damage of 5,500, and then he also did almost another 2,000 of bite damage. That's what, 6, 7, almost 8,000 of damage. So that's half of my aim shot damage right there alone. So really nice damage for the wolf. Let's go ahead and bring this guy back to life, and we will check out the loot. Okay, let's go check it out. We have the Shard of Scale, the Mature Black Dragon Sinew. We have the Saffron Drape. We have the Judgment Crown and the Storm Rage cover. Then we have our Nyxia back, the head of a Nyxia. That would be Uther's Strength. I remember that was pretty good. Has a 2% chance when struck in combat to protect you with the Holy Shield. I remember that was pretty popular with a lot of prop pallies. There's not a lot of good trinkets for. There's not a lot of. Oh, my pet's still dead. Whoops. Not a lot of trinkets for tank pallies. I know in the Burning Crusade, that was my favorite expansion. The Burning Crusade, that was my first time playing a paladin. When the Burning Crusade came out, I made a Blood Elf paladin. I thought it was, so fun to have an AOE silence and be able to tank. They fixed the paladin finally where they could pull aggro. They gave him the Argent Defender, I think it is, where you're able to hit multiple people with your shield, just pull a large amount of threat. And you also had Consecration with a lower mana, and your ability to scale the spell power. There were so many perks with that, so it was a really good expansion, one of my favorite ones. But I am going to be rolling for the neck, the head of Nixia. I'd like to get the neck piece. That would be a nice upgrade. And the bag. Bag space is always nice as a hunter just because we're limited with having our quiver. And I do have the black quiver already. Yeah. So we're just kind of waiting. Let's see here. They're rolling on the drape right now. I don't know if I've signed up for the raid. I do need to sign up for the raid tomorrow. Molten Core. Oh yeah, I'm signed up. On the 8th of February. Yep, I'm signed up. 34 of us are signed up for MC, so there may be some in the guild that are not quite signed up, but that's still good. We're almost at a full guild raid of MC. So it's kind of nice to have just our guild members within the raids getting loot. Nope, got the seed. Or the sinew. Okay, now we're rolling for the bag. I rolled a 57. Someone rolls 100 there. Marku, 100. Man, we got some good rolls. We got a 90, 96, 96, another 90, 100. So okay, so it's kind of an interesting point right here because you're never really noticed these little peaks on the ground here. It's kind of a nice, this is classic when everybody thought that I think the graphics are really well for a 15 plus year old game. I think the only comparable thing at this time was what's it called, Runecraft, or no, Runeword, something. I can't think of the name right now. I'm sure someone will say it in the comments. Here we go. We're going to roll for the head. We rolled an 87. Somebody else rolled a 95. Dang close. I was second. 86, 87, 95, 81, 62, and 33. So one of these times. Oh, okay. So that's all the loot. So that is going to be completing tonight's raid. interesting night. I'm going to go ahead and I think we're good as far as arrows for tomorrow's raid. But that's going to be completing the video. Very quick run here. Just about 20 minutes. Most of our time was spent actually just kind of waiting to go. We were just kind of people had to go really quickly and take a quick AFK. But once it got kicked off, really quick run, really quick raid. If you guys are interested in tuning in tomorrow, we'll be doing an full MC clear of MC. We're trying to really speed it up, have a lot less downtime. We'll kind of see how that kind of plays out. I think our fastest raid clear is about 2 hours and 20 minutes, somewhere in there. And that wasn't running with a whole 40 crew. So I think that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit the subscribe button below, hit the thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, always drop them in the comment section below. I do appreciate any of the feedback that I have been getting. I've got a couple comments in the other videos as well, so it's always nice to interact with viewers, subscribers, and that is going to be it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.